Hi, everybody. Welcome to What's Going Around. I'm Chris Flanagan. Each week, we speak with doctors all around the DMV to see what's going around, what they're seeing. And I am really thrilled to have our friend back once again, Dr. Glenn Wortman, the best of the best, Chief of Infectious Diseases at MedStar Washington Hospital Center. Dr. Wortman, great to see you.
Great pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you bet. All right, we are talking cyclospora. It certainly has been in the headlines for the past several weeks. I think we're all hoping we be past the headlines right now. Certainly not the case. Let me just ask you, throw it out there. How concerned are you right now that this is still spreading pretty rapidly all across the country, including here in the DMV?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a life-threatening infection, but it's something you don't want to get. I mean, it can cause severe diarrhea, can last for several weeks, and the investigation is still going on. There have been some early news reports about where it might be coming from, but I think things will still trickle out over the next couple weeks.
And Dr. Warman, there's been a false positive reported by the FDA. It's been a little confusing, I think, for a lot of people, a little bit of a whiplash of information, if you will. What do you read into this false positive with the FDA?
Yeah, I saw that in the news as well. You can get false positive results with tests. I don't know the background, why that happened. I don't know why it would have happened, but it happens occasionally. It sounds like from the epidemiology, from the putting all the pieces together, they're pretty confident of the source. They just don't have the lab test to back it up right now.
How much longer do you think we're going to have to deal with this outbreak? Are we near the end, or is this going to be a summer long into the fall type of situation we're dealing with?
Oh, it's hard to predict. I certainly hope not. Hopefully this will go away in a week or two, a couple weeks. They have to find out where it's coming from, make sure that's shut down, and then any supply that's been out there, they have to pull it back or destroy it, and that may take a few weeks.
Should we be at this point avoiding salads, certainly bag salads?
Yeah, I mean, I would follow this what the CDC is putting out. Certainly, if it's shredded salad, iceberg salad, and in a package, I would probably avoid that right now. There have been some news reports that you can go to certain websites and it will tell you if the um, lot number on the bag is one of the lot numbers that is under concern. And so you could do that to see if the company that makes it has flagged that as a bag which is under concern.
And Dr. Worman, what exactly is cyclosporiasis?
So it's a protozoan. It's a little tiny one, tiny microscopic parasite which lives mostly in humans. Um, and then what can happen is humans, we poop it out. If it gets on the food, it can be there in the food, and then the next person eats that, and then we get infected with it. It's generally not spread person to person because once we poop it out, it takes a few days to mature in the environment before it becomes infectious. So it's not like other infections that'll go, one person to another person and spread widely. It has to be out in the environment. It has to be warm, has to mature before it becomes infectious.
Why is it so dominant this summer in particular?
I say it again, Chris.
Why is this outbreak so dominant this summer?
Yeah, they're sorting that out. We've seen outbreaks of this before. It's been associated with raspberries, different produce in the past. Typically in the summertime, there will be small outbreaks associated with different types of produce. This is a big outbreak. This is several thousand people. Why it's so big, we don't know yet.
Is that concerning as a infectious disease specialist?
Yeah. Anytime you see this many people infected, it's obvious a concern. Safety of the food supply is always a great concern. For this particular infection, most people will do fine, even without treatment. You'll get it, you'll have diarrhea maybe for a day or two, maybe longer. We have antibiotics to make it go away faster, but even without antibiotics, you'll get better eventually. If you're elderly, if you're an infant, or if you're immunocompromised, you may have a rougher go with it. And some people have been hospitalized. But for the vast majority of people, it's more of an inconvenience rather than a deadly infection.
Why is this outbreak linked to fresh fruits and vegetables in particular?
Um, it's one of the organisms which is not killed by chlorine. And so the typical way of cleaning fruits and vegetables as they process it, chlorine doesn't kill it. And so if it's on there, it's difficult to get rid of it. Um, and that's why when you always get produce at home, you should wash it yourself, clean it really well. Um, there's been some recommendations for lettuce and particularly to buy heads of lettuce and then peel off the outer layer or two, get rid of that, and then clean the under part of the head of lettuce.
What about we've been reading about freezing some fruits and vegetables, certainly fruits. Will that help, eliminate the bacteria, the parasite?
It doesn't eliminate it. It decreases it, but it doesn't take it away completely. Heating does. So if you're going to use things as part of a recipe, and you're going to heat it in the oven, that will kill it.
So heating it and warming it, if you have any fruits or vegetables, warm them up. I guess that would be
It
okay
has,
then.
has to be it has to be cooked. Not just warm it slightly over the. It's got to be cooked.
Okay, that is good to know. What about washing fruits and vegetables in vinegar, or I've heard also baking soda as well? Are those all wives' tales, or is that something that actually works?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, to be honest. Whether or not that works, I don't know.
What symptoms, if somebody does come down with cyclosporiasis, what are some of the early indications that they may be sick?
So oftentimes people just won't feel well for a day or so, kind of just not feeling great, get some stomach cramping, and then it's diarrhea. It just causes diarrhea, and the diarrhea it's been described as explosive. You got to get to the toilet now, um, and then for some people it just goes away in a day. So you have some diarrhea, it goes away, but for other folks it can last for a couple, 3 weeks.
So if it does last more than a day, 2 days, 3 days, is that the point you should go to the doctor where this is something more than just norovirus?
Yes, yes. At that point, it's worthwhile. If you have everybody will get diarrhea occasionally, and if it's just a day or so, it's typical diarrhea, it goes away. But if you have persistent diarrhea or outside what you would normally expect, it's worthwhile contacting your healthcare provider. There are tests available. There are good tests available. It would involve collecting a stool specimen, which would then get submitted to a lab for testing.
Is this the type of sickness that, if you go, you have it for a few days or a week or so, you get better? Does it come back typically, or, once you have it, is that it?
Your audio cut out.
I was asking if somebody does get cyclosporiasis and they feel better after a week or 10 days or so, perhaps even 2 weeks, does it come back, or how often does it return a few weeks after that?
It can occasionally come back. So you can have a relapsing course where you get better and then it comes back again, gets better and gets back again. That's a little bit unusual. You know, Many things in medicine are sort of a bell curve. So you'll have some people that have no symptoms at all and just get rid of it on their own. Most people will have some diarrhea. And then at the end, there are some people that will have a relapsing course, but that's uncommon.
And Dr. Wortman, once a parasite is in your system, the incubation period apparently is between 2 and 14 days. How difficult is it to pinpoint, what you had to eat 2 weeks ago that you can help, a doctor like yourself kind of pinpoint where you got the sickness from, where the infection came from?
It's a tough job, and that's what the CDC is doing now. So they will interview people and ask people to try and remember what they've had in the last 2 to 14 days, and then they connect all those dots. And it's difficult because oftentimes we don't eat just one thing when we eat. There are several things in there. If we're making a recipe, there may be 4 or 5 ingredients in there, and we eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and so they have to tie that all together. It's a lot of work.
I bet. I imagine it is. Can you take anything to prevent cyclospora or cyclosporiasis for that matter?
No, there aren't any preventive measures, no antibiotics you can take to prevent getting it.
So just wash your hands thoroughly, soap and water, and certainly wash off all the fruits and vegetables really thoroughly and cook them as well. Probably the best bet.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, as I mentioned before, we see this sometime every summer. There are small outbreaks. This one's just really, really big. I'm confident the CDC will get to the bottom of it and pinpoint where it came from. This will pass and we'll move on.
How can we eliminate cyclosporiasis?
Yeah, that's tough. The way our food supplies work now, they come from these large, large farms. They get distributed all over the country. It's a difficult problem. It's a big problem, food safety. It's a problem we are constantly addressing. Um, it's something that's a challenge.
Which food should we be cautious of right now, at least for the next, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, t- to remain healthy?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, keep your eye on the news, see what the CDC links it to as where it's coming from. Iceberg lettuce, again, if it's in a bag, I probably wouldn't eat that right now. If I was using lettuce, I would get the whole head of lettuce and peel the outer layer. There are some foods that are difficult to clean well, like raspberries, all those nooks and crannies in there. Um, that's a tough one. You can still try and clean it, but if you're in a high risk group, elderly, immunocompromised, you may want to just stay away from that for a week or two until this all sorts out itself out.
Why is it typically we see lettuce with a lot of these different types of outbreaks? What is it about lettuce that really triggers this?
Yeah, I mean it's been associated with lettuce, but it also has come up with other produce too besides lettuce, and it's just the way it's collected. It's these huge, huge fields, the workers in the fields, they it's I don't want to say it's inevitable, but it's an ongoing challenge for us or for the food safety people.
Do you think it's safer then to perhaps buy from a local farmer's market here in the DMV as opposed to, buying salad or lettuce from one of these huge wholesalers that imports it from, we don't even know where?
Yeah, yeah. It's a individual decision right now. It's not a wrong choice to buy locally. We always try and support the local guys anyway.
Right. You had mentioned a lot of people ask this is not contagious like norovirus, correct? If a family member has cyclosporiasis, it won't necessarily jump around from family member to family member. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That is good to know. What about if you're swimming, in a pool, lake? Is that doesn't spread that way either?
It's usually not usually. I mean, usually it's contamination of some food um, or the environment. An incubation period passes, and then the next person contaminates their hands or eats it, and then it gets ingested.
Um, where can a patient go to get tested? After a few days, they're still not feeling well. Are there home tests? Do they go to a minute clinic? They go to the hospital? What do you recommend, Dr. Wortman?
Uh, To my knowledge, there are not home tests. There are commercially available tests, and so they would see a provider, and as
Mhm.
long as the provider can collect the stool, they usually give you a little cup, and you put the stool in there, bring it back, and then they'll send it off to one of these labs and get the testing back. Testing usually only takes a couple days.
Yeah. And how about how treatable are the symptoms? Just when a patient comes in and sees you, just take us through the steps and how long, how you treat them and how the process for them to recover.
Sure. The biggest problem we worry about is dehydration, people just losing too much fluid. And so it's keeping up with fluid intake, um, drinking water. If you like to drink other things, that's fine, but keeping your fluid uptake, especially when it's hot out, because you're also sweating. And then if you need antibiotics, there are antibiotics we can give you, which will help shorten the course.
What about natural remedies or anti-diarrhea medications? Do those work over the counter, or how well do those
Um,
work?
yeah, in general, for most infections, we try and stay away from the antidiarrheal medicine because we want the infection to get out. And we don't usually use antidiarrheal medicines unless the diarrhea is so bad. Usually, you don't need them. You can keep up with fluid intake and then antibiotics, and this will pass in a couple days.
And Dr. Wortman, you mentioned drinking a lot of water, dehydration. If you have diarrhea, obviously the fluids. What are some of the early indications that you may be dehydrated?
Yeah, if you're having, if you just feel terribly, and you're so weak, it's just way beyond what you're normally used to. That's the time to come in and get checked out. If you're eating and drinking okay at home, and it's just some diarrhea, and you otherwise feel okay, then you're probably fine.
I know you had mentioned, this outbreak, cyclosporiasis happens every year. This year is a little more heightened. I understand back in 2013 there was another big outbreak. What do we learn, or what do you learn as infectious disease specialists when you have big outbreaks like this? What do you take away, um, in the next several months when you look back and kind of, peel the layers back a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, for infectious diseases, it really reminds us that it's a big world out there, and that a parasite a country away can come and infect thousands of people in the U.S. in the matter of a couple of weeks. So we always have to keep our guard up for more than just what's in our uh, normal locale. Um, Infections can come at any time. We have to be ready to deal with them.
Dr. Wortman, there are several states, Michigan being one of the big ones, where they're having the biggest outbreak. Why is it so hard to figure out and pinpoint exactly where the source is coming from?
Yeah, yeah. As I mentioned, when they go in, they'll interview people and they'll say, what did you eat in the last week? And then they'll interview somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else, and they look for common things. Like I ate raspberries. The next person says I ate raspberries. The third person says I ate raspberries, and then that says okay, it's probably raspberries. But it's hard. It's you need to get a lot of data points before you can finally figure out it's the raspberries, and people forget what they ate. Um, and then the other problem which can happen, there can be cross contamination.
Hmm.
And so what that would mean is maybe truly it was, vegetable A, but it was washed with vegetable B. And then vegetable B is actually what made the person sick, but it was actually vegetable A that got contaminated in the field. Uh, and it takes a lot of investigation on the part of these public health officers to figure it out.
Right. And if I imagine if you're using the same knife to cut different fruits and vegetables, you're cross contaminating there as well.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So these public health officers do great work trying to figure out where it came from, and then not only once they figured out what vegetable it is, where did it come from? Where was it sourced? So they can turn off the pipeline so no more comes in.
Do you feel that perhaps some of the cuts of the CDC and the FDA has impacted some of this summer?
That's a great question. I get asked that a lot at my level as a practicing doc. It's difficult for me to have visibility on that. It's certainly a concern, and what you read to the cuts of the CDC and the NIH. It, I don't know. It's a concern.
Right. Yeah, I bet. Dr. Wortman, we know cyclosporiasis is here in the DMV. I know Maryland and Virginia have had some cases. Have you seen anything yet at MedStar Washington Hospital Center?
We, I have not. We have not. You know, it's one of those infections that also periodically people get.
Hmm.
So there will be cases of cyclospora that is not associated with this outbreak. They're just sort of a background level. So periodically we'll see some cases during the summer, but we have not seen an uptick.
Is there a population that should be really concerned about being infected with this sickness?
Yeah, it's the people that will get dehydrated easily, which will be small children, the elderly, and people that have underlying health conditions.
Are there any new or emerging diagnostic tools or surveillance methods that are emerging for, perhaps not just cyclosporiasis, but other types of infections and sicknesses as well that are pretty encouraging?
And we actually have really good diagnostic tools these days compared to what we used to have. It used to be they would collect the stool, they would put it on a slide and look under the microscope and try and find the parasite. And that was difficult and it was not very sensitive. Now we actually have molecular tests where they amplify the DNA of the parasite, and they're pretty good tests.
And Dr. Wortman, as we wrap up here, I just want to ask again: do you think we're pretty near the end of this big outbreak across the country, or we're hopefully winding down, or do you think this is going to continue to build up for another few weeks?
I think we're in the middle. Um, it's there have been some encouraging signs put out that they've isolated or have some clues about where it's come from. That's better than we were back in June. But there's more data yet to come out. Um, we have to see where this goes over the next couple of weeks.
Sounds good. Dr. Wortman, always great information. Appreciate you taking time and lending your expertise. Thanks as always.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You bet. Thank you.